One of the most difficult things for a lot of students of statistics to understand is when you create the standard deviation, why do you square the differences? The reason is differences go two directions. Differences are always measured against the average or the mean. And differences in the negative direction just counterbalance differences in the positive direction. That's the nature of the average. So when you add together all these negative differences, add together all these positive differences, you get zero. And zero as a measure of difference is not very useful. So you've got to get something that isn't zero. That something is called the standard deviation. And the way it's created is by taking each of the individual differences from the average and squaring them. Because when you square a positive number, that means multiply it by itself, it becomes still a positive number. But when you take a negative number and multiply it by itself, it becomes a positive number. So now you've got two sets of positive numbers you can add together, and you'll actually get a big positive number. That then becomes your measure of all of the differences. You divide that to get the average squared difference. Problem is, it's still squared. So the final step in creating the standard deviation is you unsquare it. That's called taking the square root. When you take the square root, you've got that standard deviation. Now you've got a very real measure of differences, very useful in all the rest of statistics. Want to know more about statistics? I recommend this book, Statistics, a user-friendly guide, especially for the mathematically challenged. It's available on Amazon. Statistics, a user-friendly guide, especially for the mathematically challenged.